Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk, back with another card for you today, and this time it's using a fabulous fun new set called Bird Banter, which has not only some really cute bird images but some great kind of fun sayings. So you know, a little birdie told me it was your birthday. Obviously it wasn't an early bird. That's for those late cards that we all get to send. Just a little token of my appreciation. I mean, they're a bit corny, but I have to say they appeal to my sense of humour. So this week I'm going to be showing you a number of ways to use these stamp sets, and this is the first one, which is just a quick and easy card. And you can see here I've used just a bit of punching and die cutting. Now if you haven't got the stitch framelit dies, use a punch. Likewise, if you haven't got the starburst one, use a plain circle one. You know, you can vary this up quite easily, and the great thing is that using the Stampin' Up! DSP, you know, you're going to have a lot of fun. So this is the Tutti Frutti DSP, which is designed to go with one of the other sets I'll be showing you. But I just thought it's got not only sort of fruity images but some lovely patterned images on the back here, some black and white, some navy, you know, some all over sort of, you know, reds, just real good primary colours. So to make the card then, first of all you're going to need to create a card base. So we're going to take a sheet of A4, and I'm making a 10th-fold card, so I'm going to cut it down the middle, and here's a piece of card I've already cut. It's at 10.5, 4 1/8, and then I'm going to just trim that down just to 11.5 or 29 centimetres, and that's just to make it a bit easier for our scoring. So that means it's 5 3/4 or 14.5 centimetres, and you just made a very straightforward card. Just a note, sometimes you will find you've got a little bit of an edge there. That means that's the front. On a quality card you do always have like a lip so that it's easy to open. So that's our card front. Then we're going to take a piece of our 6x6 designer series paper, and we're going to trim that down in inches to 3 7/8 or 10 centimetres, and on the length we're going to trim it down to 5.5 or 14 centimetres. So we've got just a piece of paper that looks like that. Then what we can do is just use our snail to attach that DSP to the front of our card. So quite simple layering on the front. So just centre that along. If you wanted to, you could put an extra layer of card on to add as a frame, but it then thickens the card up quite a bit, so it makes it more difficult to punch. So then all I'm going to do is come in with my punch, and I'm literally going to just bring it down to about there and not quite on the front. Okay, and what I'm going to do to make sure that that's about the right size, I'm going to take my circle and pop it and say, will that fit on the edge there? And the answer is it will, just about. Okay, so if you wanted to, you could move it in very slightly and then simply punch like so. So that's your basic card, which is going to stand up like so. And we've got our aperture, and then as I say, I've already die cut a stitch circle framelit. And one of the things I do is when I am die cutting, if I've got stitch framelits out, I will die cut lots of the same size, just so that I've always got a stitch framelit layer pretty much there in any size that I want. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp our little cockatoo image, and you can either use Memento or you can use our archival black. So I've got the archival black here for a change, and just ink that up really well, and then because it's photopolymer I'm going to pop that on to a stamping pierce mat, and it's easy to see through. You see there, just line them up. I haven't done a very good job on that one. And this is where it's useful to have a spare handy. Now obviously if you did that, you could always go over it with your Stampin' Right marker. There we go. Hopefully I've inked it up sufficiently now. Just gentle pressure. There we go, that's it. Just needed a little bit more ink on him. Okay. And once you've done that, just leave it to dry just for a few moments, because what you don't want to do is start colouring and get the colour bleeding. So while we're doing that, I'm just going to take another scrap of Whisper White card, and this is where keeping your offcuts is useful. And we're going to stamp the sentiment. So I'm going to do it exactly the same, using Real Red, which is the colour that's in the paper. I'm just going to ink up and stamp. Not doing very well today, am I? There we go. And I'm literally just going to free cut this out. When it's small, it's sometimes easier to do it by freehand than it is to actually try and cut it on the trimmer. So I literally, particularly where it's a straight sentiment like this, so I will trim that out by hand. Then I will get a scrap of Real Red cardstock, and what I'll do is pop it into a corner. So I've already got two of my edges done, and then again just freehand cut that out. So that's our sentiment, which I've managed to cut the corner off on that. Okay. Try it again. So we'll do it again. Stick it down and literally, there we go, cut out our sentiment. Then do the same with this is Lemon Lime Twist I'm using here. It's a lovely vibrant colour, and obviously you could vary this whatever colour theme you were using. And again, just do exactly the same. So, scrap of Lemon Lime Twist. And you just see that one's not quite straight, so I'm just going to snip. Obviously, if you like things to be absolutely dead perfect straight, then just cut out a suitable size panel instead. So we've created our panels, so we can pop our Stampin' Pierce mat away because we aren't going to be stamping anything else. And then all you need to do, all I've done is I've literally just used one of our stamping markers to just literally add a tiny bit of colour to our cockatoo's head and his beak. I'm going to use some dimensionals. Yep, some dimensionals, and pop some on the back of that. Then all you need to do is pop that there. Obviously you can do flat, you can adhere it flat if you need to be careful because of postage. Pop our sentiment on the front, and then in the middle, inside the card, you can then add your sentiment like so. And there we have a quick and easy fun card for those occasions when you're a little bit late. Thanks for watching. Come back and see me again soon.